fearing making decisions. Decidophobia, if we're going to use that word. Because they've been through a lot in the past when it comes to making decisions or lack of making decisions, and this is affecting them. For example, if someone's been brought up with little control over their life, perhaps their parents, culture, or even an early romantic partner controlled everything, made all the decisions for them, then they may find it difficult to take control of their own life. Plus, if you've made a decision in the past and it didn't work out for you, and you beat yourself up over it, it may scare you from making decisions in the future. Why? Because regret is repeated resentment towards yourself. So when we regret, when we're in the emotion of regret, we're actually bullying ourselves. We're actually holding anger against ourselves and pushing and repeating that. So it feels awful. So your mind, if you've gone through regret, significant regret in the past, will want to do everything to help you to avoid it, avoiding that pain again. That's why our subconscious mind sometimes can give us these warning signs and say, be careful, it will bring up doubt and indecision and fears and concerns, because it's trying to protect you. It's saying, warning, you could make this mistake, warning, you could be in pain again, warning, don't take a decision. And then the other part of you is like, take a decision. The other part's like, no, don't take a decision. And this is where people get stuck. There are also other factors which impact decision making and fear of regret, such as wanting to people please or being comfortable depending on others to make decisions for you. Some people are very naturally laid back and are happy for others to take the lead. So when they're forced to make a decision, they really struggle. A lot of relationships can be like this, actually, that I've worked with, where one person has been a little bit more controlling, likes to make the decisions, and that works out great at the beginning of the relationship because the other person just says, yeah, I'm along for the ride, you decide what we do on the weekend, you decide where we're going, I'll just show up, and it works. And then after a while, the person making all the decisions says, I don't want to make all the decisions anymore. I'm tired. I want it to be more balanced. And then they say to their partner, please, you organise something. You take the initiative. You take control. And the other person can be like, well, I don't know. I don't know how to. And it can be a real struggle. If the decisions are involve money and love, of course, decisions can be really difficult for a lot of people because none of us want to lose money and none of us want to lose love as it threatens our safety and security. So what can you do if you find yourself avoiding making decisions and have a fear that you will regret the decisions that perhaps you feel you need or you know that you need to make? Well, there are a few things that you can start doing into your daily life that could help make your decision making easier and reduce your fear of regretting a decision. So I'm just going to go through these and hopefully some of them or all of them may help you. So the first one is to practice. Make a conscious effort to take control and make small decisions to start with. It could be simple things like deciding where to go for lunch with friends, you organising something on the weekend and inviting other people, you making a decision. And the more you make those decisions, the more you'll become more and more comfortable with the bigger, more important decisions. The next thing is assess the real risk. Sometimes our thoughts can get the better of us, where we can get locked into worst case scenario, doomsday. This is where it can be helpful to give yourself a reality check and also ask for support if needed to give you a reality check too. There are risks in most things. To avoid all risk is not to live. So it's far more important to get informed, to get information and assess. If you're going to think about what might go wrong, think about also what might go right. What if questions can be positive as well? What if the best case happens? What if it goes exactly how you want it to go? What if it exceeds your expectations? How would you feel? Write down the worst case scenario and the best case scenario. Make a long list of best cases and be as honest as possible about the worst and the best cases so that it's balanced. You're not thinking only about all that could go wrong, but all that could go right too. This will make you feel more confident in your decision making. And then, next to all the things that you've written as a worst case scenario, under each one, write down a list of steps and actions and support you would get if that happened, so that you no longer need to fear it, because you have a plan. It's also really great to remind yourself that there's no such thing as a wrong decision. They're just decisions. The only person judging is you. Even decisions that may have not worked out well, we can learn from them. The decisions where I've lost money, for example, trusted people that turned out to be unreliable, I accepted responsibility, moved on and changed my approach in the future. Like doing more research, getting references on people, in love, learning to be more patient, less needy. When we turn negative experiences into future opportunities, we grow. The fact is, you can't experience anything or learn things if you're not willing to make any decisions, mistakes, or take risks. Another important thing to do is know why you are making the decision. When we arm ourselves with the right knowledge and the right reasoning, it can make it easier to make a decision. I'm making this decision because I'm not happy with where I am. I'm making this decision because in this moment right now, I'm feeling hurt, drained, fed up. And write down your reasons if it helps you. So if you do reflect back, you can say to yourself, well, at the time, this was the best decision for me. And I really do believe in making decisions. If we don't make decisions, if we don't decide we want to change our lives, we want to improve our lives, we'll just drift. That being said, it's important not to make decisions out of fear. Heightened fear, of course, we all have some fear. It's also important not to make decisions on a whim. Sometimes I say to people, why not wait until you felt like this every day for 3 months or longer, depending on obviously what the decision is. Because when we make decisions out of haste, out of fear, out of heightened emotions, they may not be right. And I really believe in asking others for information, not advice. It can be helpful to speak out your thoughts with those that you trust. If it's a career move or a business move you're looking for, speaking to a career or business professional. Finance related, speak to someone you know who's doing really well financially. Find out their plan, how they did it. If it's a romantic relationship, speak to a relationship expert or someone who has a great relationship, that you admire their relationship, you aspire to have a relationship like their relationship. Look for someone who is successful in doing and being what you want to do and be. Ask them. Never ask what you should do. You need to take responsibility for your own decisions. However, getting information, finding out other people's strategies and plan can be a great idea. And then lastly, if you really feel that your thoughts are overwhelming and the fear is overwhelming, then doing some mindfulness practices. Exercising in silence can be good for shifting thoughts. So can exercising like uplifting music, anything that just takes your mind off things. And then of course meditations for some people work really well, for others they don't. There's a whole host of other things that people do, being in nature. Some people like to paint, some people find even housework as clearing their mind. You know what can help you clear your mind, and just keep doing it when you're faced with important decisions until you get the answer. So don't let fear control any area of your life. Fear is natural. We all have concerns, doubts and worries from time to time. However, when they take up way too much energy and headspace, this is where it ruins your enjoyment of life. It's important to get support. I help many people break through their fears, increase their confidence so they can choose the right path for themselves. Sometimes I also do a relationship analysis with individuals or couples to see their compatibility, to help them release the baggage of the past so that then they can see, can I be happy in this relationship moving forward? Are our goals, dreams and values aligned? Are we heading in the same direction? Are we going to be able to grow together rather than growing apart? That's what I help couples and individuals to work out. So I'd love you to join the Facebook group that I've created if you're not already in there. It's a relationship and wellness Facebook group, and it focuses on helping people to live their best life. There's a lot of great advice, support, and wisdom in the group. We did a really great post on romantic films. What's your favourite romantic films? I think we had over 30 different suggestions. We've also had loads of support on what to do if one of your needs aren't being met in the relationship, or if there's been an affair. It's a really great opportunity to connect. I'm also posting videos in there every week, and it'll be great to see you. From my heart to yours, wishing you an awesome week ahead. Take care. Bye.
Thank you for listening to Emotions and Eating with Nicola Beer. To book your free eating strategy session with Nicola, get the free eating support audio or donate. If you have enjoyed the show and want to help keep the show flowing, visit www.nicolabeer.com, where you can also find out more about her new system that has helped hundreds of men and women to change their relationship with food and their body, so they experience more peace and love in their life. We wish you an amazing love-filled day ahead.